Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody, and I have a Traveler's Notebook spread for you today. This is that same Traveler's Notebook that I've been working with for quite some time. This is the one that I just called All Around Town, and it's just got a couple different things that we like to do around town. Some of them are holiday related, some of them are not. Today is actually 4th of July themed. Now, I'm not really using any themed products, but the layout is about 4th of July and how we like to go watch fireworks. There's a lot of different places in Raleigh, which is where we live near, that have different celebrations and events on 4th of July. So we like to capitalize on that and go and see the wonderful displays of fireworks. So I have two different photos. I have one of my mom and I on the left side where you can kind of see the downtown area right behind us. And then on the right side is a picture of my mom, Ernest, and Kaylin as well. We always try to get my mom to come up into town for 4th of July, and she generally does come into town. It's one of those holidays that aren't necessarily too family focused, meaning like dinners and all of that stuff. We always have a cookout and enjoy sparklers and things like that. So my mom generally comes up here to spend 4th of July with us since we don't live in the same town as her. So that's really nice, and we tend to have a lot of fun with that. So I've got just a piece of scrap paper with some hexagon paper that I layered under my photo on the right side. I really like the pink paper, but it's a little bit bold, especially for it to be a 4th of July photo. But I like the left side of the paper with the teal with the white stars. I thought that was very fitting for, nighttime photos, because that's when fireworks obviously are shut off or at night. So I also had this sticker that had journaling lines on it, and I'm going to do a little bit of stamping first. I'm just using some paper tray ink, smoky shadow ink to do this stamping, and I'm stamping out Celebrate and Happiness. And these are actually from Sunny Days LA Studio collection and the Celebrate LA Studio collection as well. And I just like the two different fonts, having the bolder one that says Celebrate and then the typewriter font that says Happiness. I really would like to get a typewriter, but I have no idea where to find one from. I mean, I know you can get the Typecast typewriters, and I think they're okay. Or is it We Are Memory Keepers typewriters, and I think they're okay. If you guys have any opinions on those, please let me know. I, of course, would like an old vintage ones because I just think they look cool. But I know that sometimes those are difficult to work with, they're hard to repair, and it's hard to find ink for them. So let me know what y'all's opinion is of typewriters, where to find one from, or if it's just easier to go ahead and get the We Are Memory Keepers one. Because I really would like the option to be able to type my journaling on a typewriter versus on like a printer or something like that. So I'm just writing out that journaling, and basically it says, we love going out on the 4th of July to see and do fireworks. Here we are, downtown Raleigh, and that's all it says. Now, we don't always go to the same place to watch the fireworks. Sometimes we go to the Briar Creek area, which is a shopping center. Sometimes we just stay at home and watch them, because you can generally see them from, well, not the ones from downtown, but you can generally see some sort of firework display from our house as well. So we just like to watch them. It doesn't really matter where. Now, I had these wood veneer tabs that you have seen me work with a few times, and there was one that said watching. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that out and use that down here, and I'm just going to kind of line it up with my journaling. I was going to put it on the edge of the photo, but it was too close to the eating tab that's on the next page with the cupcakes that I did a few weeks ago for you guys, or I guess it was a few weeks ago now. So I'm going to kind of put that tab further down the page just to allow spacing. I don't know if I'm going to use any more tabs in this particular album. I can't remember which ones are actually left, but I like the ones that I've got in here so far. I like that there's more than one, but there's not necessarily a tab on every single page sticking off the side. But I do love the effect of the tabs kind of sticking off. And because I made the cover of my Traveler's Notebook slightly larger than the pages, when the album's closed, you can barely just see the little tabs sticking out. It's really a really cute effect. Now, once I'm done with this Traveler's Notebook, I will kind of share a flip through with it for you, so you can see all of the pages together. I've been sharing all the process videos so far, so if you've been watching, then you've seen all the pages, but I am going to do kind of an overall flip through at the end. I have a few pages left to do. I mean, there's quite a few empty pages still in this album. I don't even think I've filled it up halfway yet, so it's going to be a little bit before I do that flip through. I've got a couple different things I'm going to layer down here on the bottom left. I'm not going to do any journaling on the left side because I've already done all that on the right side, but I am just going to layer a label sticker, a sticker from that floral planner pack. It just says XOXOXO on the pink background. And then I also have a little silver star that matches the July 4th font, glitter font, that I will put down here as well. Now these die cuts on the left side of the screen that you see are actually from the Ellie Studio monthly kit. If you are a subscriber, then you probably have multiples of these different die cuts, but each month they're different, and I really like them. You just punch them out and you use them. So there was this one that said heart this photo, or love this photo, and it was in kind of a lighter shade of pink, so I'm going to put that over here on the top left. And I just had this tiniest little scrap of pink and white paper. It was the corner, or not the corner, it was the edge of a 4x4 card that I used on a different page. So just to bring a little bit of that pink over to this side as well. Again, I'm layering that little scrap paper on the top left of this page, and then I'm putting that hexagon heart this photo on top of that. And that just brings in a little bit more color to this side of the page. Now, as you can see, I balanced out the teal on the right side with that hexagon paper, because the hexagons, it's white and teal. The paper print is the pattern, I suppose you could say. And then also Kaylin's shirt is that same teal color. So I've got a lot of the teal on the right side and a lot of the pink on the left side. And I think it really brings in the two colors very, very well. Now, I did not plan these pages before when I was actually putting the album together, but it works really, really well with the photos that I had printed for this project. So funny enough, you don't even necessarily pre-plan accordingly, but it just works out that way. And if if you're not overthinking it, it tends to be pretty organic. I have these 7 paper Studio Calico vellum stars. So I was going to say hearts, but they're not hearts. Vellum stars. And I'm just kind of scattering them about. There's pink, teal, and white in this particular pack. And I did try to see if they're available, and I cannot find them anywhere. But there are different types of products that are similar to this. So even if they were just die cuts and not necessarily vellum, it would be the exact same effect. The only thing about vellum is that if you are using vellum, you have to be a little bit more careful about your glue placement on the back of the actual vellum pieces, because you can see the glue through there. So what I do is I use my glue, my two-way glue pen, and just kind of draw along the back side of the stars and put those stars down. So I basically coat the entire back of the star with the glue pen, especially since I'm only using the outlines pretty much. I'm going to use a few of the solid stars, but they're the little tiny ones. So I just kind of basically fill in the entire back of the star with the two-way glue pen. This two-way glue pen is really fun to work with. This one is a Martha Stewart one. I will link one in the description box below. I don't believe the Martha Stewart ones are available anymore, but there are definitely other ones that are available. So I'll link one for you in the description box below. I really like the way that these stars look, especially with the outlined stars. It kind of makes it to where it's not so bright and bold. And then the solid ones that I'm using over here on this Heart This Photo hexagon, there's a solid pink one and a solid teal one that I'll put there as well. And they're just small, but they really kind of bring a little bit over there to that die cut. There's a gray one up here at the top. It's kind of difficult to see. I'm sorry, it's not gray, it's pink. There's a pink one up here at the top. It's kind of difficult to see in the camera. It's a little bit easier to see in person, so you should be able to see them in the close-up photos that I use at the end. And then I have a few little enamel stars that I'm just going to put. I'm really only going to put one, and then there'll be one up here, right over here, kind of balancing out that solid pink one as well. So I kind of played off the stars of the background paper and kind of put them as embellishments on the very front, or the top layer on top of the photos and on top of the journaling spot and all of that. But I really like the effect of it. Just looking through the other embellishments that I have, and I add this enamel arrow, and that again brings another pop of teal over here to the right side. And then I had this little white enamel star, so I'm going to use that, and then I'm just going to layer a silver foil, silver glittered star on top of that, and that mimics the silver on the title as well as the silver on the label to the left. Now I just wanted to do a little bit of outlining with this white opaque paint pen, and I'll link this below. It's a Sakura, I believe is how you say it, Pen Touch paint pen. opaque white. So I will link that below. I really like it. It's hard to see it showing up here, but you will see it in the steel shots on the end. It's a very pretty kind of crisp looking white paint pen, and I find that very difficult to find a paint pen that's really that nice looking and crisp. So I'm just outlining both of the photos, and then that finishes out this layout. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions whatsoever, and of course check out my blog post that goes with this in the description box below. All right guys, thanks. Bye.